Hey, how you guys doing? I'm gonna take a quick break from playing a little Modern Warfare 3, and I must say I've been playing Battlefield 3, and I prefer Battlefield 3 for multiplayer. Just the ability to jump in a helicopter, plane, tank, whatever, and get into the battle. And it's a lot more fun and appealing to me than just running around in mad circles and hoping to run into somebody. Personal opinion, but what are we here for? Yeah, we're here to figure out about downloads. A lot of you have jailbreaking your Apple TV. Now you're looking to cancel your cable, and I need to know where to get your shows from, where to get your movies from, and know which files to look for. 'Cause a lot of bogus files, a lot of bad language files, a lot of corrupted files. So I'm going to hopefully help you find the correct file. So what we're going to do is head over to Safari or whatever your browser is, go to Google, and type in binary search. Okay, binary search, we'll be looking for this one here, which is binsearch.info, which is a Usenet search engine. This is a free search engine. There are other binary search engines out there, but they actually charge you money. And this one does exactly full functional as the other ones do, but it's free. So first things first, you're looking for a TV show. Let's pick a TV show randomly. Let's say a new season of Dexter has been out. Everyone's watching Dexter. It's season 7, I think it is now. So we want to watch Dexter. We don't have Showtime, but we have our Apple TV or we have our our device that can play MKV files. But now we need to get content. So we're gonna type in here is Dexter season 07 episode 01. Now if you look here at my format, I typed in the name of the show. No matter what the name of the show is, if it's a really long name, take for instance like Once Upon a Time or whatever shows you could think of that have multiple names or words to it, they all have to be spelled correctly and they all have to be listed. So if the show is really long, make sure you spell it correctly and make sure it's all there. Otherwise, if you miss a letter, they'll come back 0 results. Another thing you need to be looking at is how you search for your season and episode. It's always S for season, 0, unless it's season 10, that means 1, 0, then 07, episode E, then 01 or 02 or episode 10, depending on it. It's always a 2-digit number. So you can't do season S7 episode 1. It won't find nothing. So do season 07 episode 07. Okay, so we did that. We typed in Dexter season 7 episode 1. Search. And what did I spell wrong? Are we on season 6 actually? Yeah, my bad. We're actually on season 6. So, but you see what happened there when I hit that, and there's no season 7 episode 1, and came up back no search results. So, hey, there we go. My stupidity, we got a little lesson there. Alright, so we just came up here with this downloads, and the first one that pops up here is Dexter, okay, S06 episode 01 HGTV 720p times 264. This is actually a good file that you want to get. This right here is one of the key things that you look for, the times 264. That is actually meaning that inside this download is the MKV file. Now MKV is basically it's like a compressed Blu-ray. It's high definition. This one definition happens to be 720, but you can get up to 1080p if you happen to have a player that can play that. If you're using Apple TV, 720p is what you're going to get anyways. So what you're looking for is the times 264. Now what you do see in here is this Dolby Digital 5.1. Other things you're looking for is to make sure it has the right size. Now 2.26 is kind of large for a season 1 episode of anything, but actually, no, not season 1, but an episode of any TV show. But it is 720p, and it is a first episode of a season. More likely it's an hour-and-a-half long episode or a bigger episode. So usually it's a tad bit bigger. And it looks like it comes from a reputable group. Age is about right. And you figured, okay, I can hit this, hit create NZB, goes to your downloads, and there it is. Now you have your show available to watch or download in your favorite news group downloader. So that's one example. Now let's look at some things further down the list. It's very rare that we find one that's perfect right off the bat. As you go down the list even further, you see here's one that's obviously in a different language. Season is spelled something else. It's probably German or Russian or some other language. And that's something you don't want to download. More likely subtitled. It could be, have a different language on top of it. Going down any further, you see here this one has like no megabytes or gigabytes with it. That's something you don't want to download. I mean, you can read it right away. This is Dexter, German, custom, subbed, widescreen. Bam, that's telling you right now that's not anything you want to download. Even more down here, 3.04 megabytes. That's way too small for a TV show. That's definitely not it. Now here comes something another interesting. It's 627.46 megabytes, but it is still foreign German subtitled. You don't want it. Scrolling down, you see some more of the ones that don't have anything associated with it. Here's another file. Looks like Dexter 720p HGTV DD521 times 264. 2.73 was pretty close to the 2.26 up there. It's a little bit bigger of a file, but everything looks to be in order as to times 264. It has all the files there. You know it's the first episode. It might be bigger, but sometimes if you notice that these files actually have a few additional files that are oriented with it. Now, take for instance, you see this file here. One above it has the exact same information. It's identical. It starts out the same, spells the same. You know, these two look a lot alike, and even ones down here looks a lot alike anyway. So you want to make sure that you actually click all three. And that's something to keep your eye out for, to make sure that all these are all clicked. Once you get all three clicked, one you can hit create NZB, and they'll actually put all three files in one NZB. So that's actually pretty cool. You don't have to download each one separately to get the show that you want. Actually, let's see here. Let's go and uncheck these. Going down further in the list, I'll show you the ones that I really look for. Now, more than likely, there's a group, not a group, but a poster by TEEVEE, and usually they're the first ones to post a TV show. So if it airs on NBC, CBS, Showtime, HBO, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes later, it's posted in HD, and more likely it's by this person, and it's usually the oldest one. Now, why it's the oldest one? Because it was posted first. They do from the newest post to the oldest post. A lot of times I'll skip right to the bottom, look for the one that I want. I see TEEV. Bam, here it is. I see right here. I see the TEEVEE. I look for that first. I know if I find that right there, I don't have to worry about if it's the right type of file, if it's 720. It's all there. All I have to do is make sure is that 73614. Make sure that every file that has that is highlighted. And once I get all of them highlighted, I make sure that they're all there. You know, make sure there's no stragglers. Nope. Once I find them all, create NZB. Use this to open up in your favorite, your favorite news reader. So those are TV shows. It's pretty simple. Those are the things to look for. Stay away from anything else. Plain and simple. Now, movies. I know movies is going to be a little bit different because a lot of times, if you're out there searching for a certain movie because you're trying to fill in your collection. But let's think of a Disney movie here, something that's been around a while. So there'll be a lot of different. So we'll do Aladdin. We'll do Lion King, so that just came out in Blu-ray. Because there'll be Blu-ray and on DVDs. So let's type in Lion King, and we're going to get quite a few results here. Probably going to get hundreds and hundreds of pages, more than likely. I mean, yeah, that's 100 there, and there's a lot more records left. So we're going to start at the top. I just like to scroll over here quickly. What I'm looking for, first thing I'm looking at, file size. File size. I see this 4.03 gigs, 4.38. I see those right off the bat. They are DVDs. These aren't Blu-rays. Plus, I don't see anything in there that says times 264. So I'm looking, and I'll see times 264. Look at the file size. Now here I come here. I see a 4.74, but it says Food Network Challenge Lion King cake. Obviously, that's not the right one. So we just keep on scrolling. Lion King 3. I guess there's quite a few Lion Kings. I should have decided which one I want. So we're going to find the third one. So actually, you know what? Since there's so many Lion Kings, which I forgot about, we're going to find the third one. Alright. So let's see here. Lion King 1994 times 264. That's what I'm looking for. This might be a file that I'm worth getting. It's 3.38, meaning that's not a DVD rip. It is 1080p, but think again, this is a cartoon. A cartoon from 1994. And it doesn't quite take as much to run a cartoon as it did, a brand new Avatar movie. So that might be something I might highlight. But I'm going to go ahead and look at other files just to make sure that there's anything else that I like better from knowing downloads. Here comes one here. Okay, I like this group here. This one looks really good. 3.11, which is about average because it is a 720p, 5.1 times 264. It is from the AB HDTV group 18962. I know right now this is a perfect file. All I have to do is link this button and that button. I want to make sure there's no other stragglers for that group. And since I realize it's the one that I want, it's the movie that I want, it's the file setup that I want, once I get it, create NZB, and it's mine. That's the only way I get movies. This the only way. If I'm looking for a movie that just came out today or yesterday, and it's not on here. Take for instance, let's go real fast. Let's see new DVD release. Just trying to find something that shows me. Oh, Harry Potter. That's a good one. The Deathly Hallows actually came out. Doesn't come out. Comes out in a couple days actually, but we know it's already available for us. So we're gonna type in Deathly Hallows 2, and go ahead and hit search. Some of the first ones pop up, as we can see here. This first one actually looks pretty promising. First file wise, that's a huge file. But I understand it's a very intense movie. It's not a 1996 cartoon. It is 1080p. So if you have a 1080p player coming off a Blu-ray or whatever your MKV player is, that's awesome. It's going to look crystal clear. X64, proper file. I mean, that's definitely the one to go. So I would click this one in a heartbeat. I would make sure to see if there's any ones that start just like this, but I know right off the bat that's the best one, and hit create. Then let me see if there's any other ones that looks like something I want to get. See, as I'm going through here, I stop right here and I see the file size, and I see the file size, like these aren't file sizes that I want. Like, this is way too big. I really don't want to get that. No one's way too small, so it's probably a DVD. Plus, I don't see anything that says x264 in the name. This one here is not either. This is a 9.04. You might think, oh, this is it. Nowhere in this description does it say x264. Hopefully you're looking out for that also. But here's another one that actually it's a good file. It's the 38428 full rip multi 1080p Blu-ray x264, and there's actually multiple ones. So we'll hit that one, make sure there's no stragglers, and hit download. That's basically it for movies and TV shows. Really simple. Look for those two things, and don't download anything else that doesn't have that x264, and it's about the right file size. And that's for TV shows and movies. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helps you download better, and thanks for watching.